Hey everybody, this is Fred Govea on Spirit Reflections, and this is chapter 8 of our 81 episode exploration of the book Tao of Leadership by John Heider, a modern adaptation of the ancient Chinese text Tao Te Ching, written by Lao Tzu. And so, chapter 8, we're going to read, comment, and follow by a short meditation. And this is one of my favorite chapters in this book. It's called Water. The wise leader is like water. Consider water. Water cleanses and refreshes all creatures without distinction and without judgment. Water freely and fearlessly goes deep beneath the surface of things. Water is fluid and responsive. Water follows the law freely. Consider the leader. The leader works in any setting without complaint, with any person or issue that comes on the floor. The leader acts so that all will benefit and serves well regardless of the rate of pay. The leader speaks simply and honestly and intervenes in order to shed light and create harmony. From watching the movements of water, the leader has learned that in action, timing is everything. Like water, the leader is yielding. Because the leader does not push, the group does not resent or resist. Lots of pearls of insight here. One that first comes to mind. Water follows the law freely. Following a law gives us an idea that we are restricting ourselves, that we're censoring, that we're having to obey something. But to follow freely, spontaneously, there's a light quality to it. I'm effortlessly aligning myself because I've understood how things happen and how creation unfolds. And I choose from the spontaneity of my heart to freely follow its movements the way water does. Another great insight here is that it goes deep beneath the surface of things, freely and fearlessly. So it's an invitation for us to interact with other people, not on a surface level, on shallow, trivial topics and conversations that are mostly centered on controversies or other people, but going deep into the essence of things, talking about great ideas that inspire, that makes us wonder, that engage, that empower us to be the best version of ourselves. And in doing so, effortlessly, we are cleansing and refreshing all creatures. So using the power of our word, the power of our speech, the thoughts, our actions, to be like water, that freely flows, that goes deep beneath the surface of things, that cleanses and refreshes without effort. And in the setting of groups, the wise leader is there without complaint, showing up in a simple, honest way, and intervenes only to create harmony, only to be a positive contribution, only with the intent to awaken harmonious, constructive, edifying aspects of whatever is happening in front, and deals with any issue that comes to the floor. It doesn't judge, it doesn't complain, it doesn't discriminate, and it's yielding. So in other words, it follows the movements freely of creation, as it's understanding in its daily practice of meditation and becoming aware of what's happening, starts to notice how things happen. And when we have this silent understanding of how things happen, we are able to, from the silence of our soul, draw that strength that is able to simply follow in a yielding manner, facilitating our own movements and the movements of those around us. And so in the setting of a group, the group doesn't resent or resist because there is no pushy action. There's no forceful action that's going to be coming maybe from fear, insecurity, from the desire to manipulate, from the thirst for power, all things related to our ego that we are constantly becoming vigilant to not fall into. And so water is a great element for us to embody the leadership qualities of the way water flows. So with that, let's put some music and do a short meditation to help us get to a great start of our day. So let's imagine water that freely interacts with the air that we breathe. This essence of life that's present in the air that we breathe. We invite into our bodies this refreshing quality of the air to cleanse, to shed light, to cleanse, to purify. And we exhale. Allowing all the negativity, the residue to be washed away, and we let it go. And we continue to breathe in slowly, gently, inviting the cleansing and refreshing qualities of the water to nourish every cell of our body, these trillions of living beings that are under our supervision right now. As masters of this entire universe of living beings, we command that they be comforted, cleansed, refreshed, harmoniously existing within us, fulfilling their roles so that we can exist in health and in great quality. So let's think about the places in our life, our jobs, our families, our place in the community, our hobbies, our talents, the things that we like, that we have leadership qualities already in. Let's visualize ourselves in those settings, freely flowing like water, yielding, and noticing the release of tension, calmness, the inner smiles that blossom forth from our ability to freely follow the law, to go deep beneath the surface of things, and to cleanse, refresh, and purify effortlessly like water. And whenever we are tempted to insist, to resist, to push, to argue, to complain, let's remember the strength we have within us that comes from silence, so that we can become aware of what is happening in the moment and notice how things happen, to connect with the dance of the universe and to notice how creation unfolds around me, even in moments of conflict, of clash. I go inward and I observe. And if I do have to take action, I go inward to concentrate with silence and awareness so that I can take action in the right way at the right time and create new harmony. deep breaths, calming, nourishing inhales, and full exhales, where we become still. And in this stillness, we feel God. We feel the presence of the pond, the divine within us, and vibrate harmoniously with the rest of creation, following the law freely, effortlessly, spontaneously, with gratitude in our hearts and joy for being alive today. And I wish you a great rest of your day.